In the pharmaceutical industry, a change of ownership, or CHOW, is never just a business transaction. Whether a company is acquiring a facility, restructuring ownership, merging operations, or transitioning to a new legal entity, the compliance risks can be significant. And yet, many organizations underestimate how complicated the process becomes until they're already facing licensing delays, operational disruptions, or regulatory scrutiny. A pharmaceutical CHOW can take many forms. It could involve a facility acquisition, a corporate restructuring, a merger of operations, or even the creation of a new legal entity. What makes these transitions especially challenging is that every state evaluates ownership changes differently. A transaction that triggers a CHOW in one state may not trigger one in another. Pharmaceutical companies operate within a highly regulated, state-by-state licensing system. That means there are 50 different states and 50 different sets of rules. Some states focus on ownership percentage transfers, others look at FEIN changes, executive leadership transitions, or legal entity restructuring. Timing requirements also vary widely. Certain states require pre-approval before a transaction closes. Others allow only a narrow post-closing reporting window. And in some jurisdictions, licenses are considered non-transferable, requiring entirely new applications before operations can legally continue. For companies operating nationally, managing dozens of licenses across multiple states can quickly become overwhelming. One of the biggest misconceptions about a CHOW is that it's simply administrative paperwork. In reality, a poorly managed ownership transition can impact nearly every aspect of a company's regulatory standing. That includes state facility licenses, DEA registrations, controlled substance registrations, designated representative records, surety bonds, pharmacist in charge documentation, trading partner verification, and inspection requirements. When these requirements aren't evaluated early enough, critical filings and deadlines can easily be missed. Timing is where many companies get into trouble. A reactive approach often starts after the transaction closes. That's when organizations begin reviewing state requirements, only to discover that certain states required advance notice or pre-approval. At that point, companies may already be operating under invalid licenses or incomplete registrations. The result: shipment delays, trading partner complications, operational interruptions, and increased scrutiny from regulators. But a proactive approach changes everything. By identifying requirements before closing, preparing documentation early, and coordinating filings across all states, companies can avoid compliance gaps and maintain operational continuity throughout the transition. State boards of pharmacy and other regulatory agencies expect companies to fully understand and comply with CHOW requirements. Failing to report ownership changes correctly or within required timelines can lead to serious consequences. What starts as a warning letter can escalate into fines, increased inspections, license suspension, or even license revocation in severe cases. And for organizations that rely on uninterrupted distribution and supply chain continuity, even a temporary licensing issue can create substantial operational and financial risk. Successfully managing a pharmaceutical CHOW requires far more than submitting forms. It requires a coordinated regulatory strategy that aligns legal, operational, and compliance teams throughout the transition. An effective CHOW management process should focus on identifying all impacted licenses and registrations, understanding state-specific reporting obligations, coordinating application submissions and approvals, maintaining operational continuity, monitoring deadlines and regulatory communications, and reducing the risk of enforcement or disciplinary action. A pharmaceutical change of ownership is not just a business event. It's a high-stakes compliance endeavor that can directly impact licensing, operations, distribution, and regulatory standing across multiple jurisdictions. Companies that plan early and manage the process proactively are far better positioned to protect their licenses, maintain continuity, and reduce risk throughout the transition. Don't let a CHOW catch you off guard. Partner with experts who understand every state's requirements and can help guide your organization through the process with confidence. Visit pharmaregs.com to learn more.